mad dog of the Middle East has a goal.
Libya is one of the most complicated stories on earth. Qaddafi was in power since 1969. It was more than 40 years, 42 years.
Mad dog of the Middle East has a...
And the future of Libya is in the hands of its people.
Sending some planes to bomb the demonstrators is out of the game.
Designed to enforce the United Nations resolution.
Gaddafi has lost the legitimacy to govern, and it is time for him to go.
أنا كنت نتحدث مع الشباب في الساحة الخضراء وبنسرع معهم الليلة، لكن هي جت مطربة الحمد لله فيها خيرة. طيب نبين لهم اننا يعني في طرابلس ونعيش في فنزويلا. ما تصدق الاذاعات الكليب هذه. سلام.
Some nations may be able to turn a blind eye to atrocities in other countries. The United States of America is different. And as president, I refuse to wait for the images of slaughter and mass graves before taking action. The international community offered Gaddafi a final chance to stop his campaign of killing or face the consequences.
Good to know that we're doing the right things for the right people. So overall, it's a rewarding job.
Targeted strike. I'm very proud that France did that today, this morning. I attended the meeting between President Sarkozy.
I authorized military action to stop the killing and enforce UN Security Council Resolution 1973. We struck regime forces approaching Benghazi to save that city. We hit Gaddafi's air defenses, which paved the way for a no-fly zone.
Vive Benghazi! Vive la Libye! Vive l'amitié entre la France et la Libye!
This was your revolution, not our revolution. It was those brave people in Misrata, in Benghazi, in Brega, in Zlitan, in Tripoli, who were incredibly brave.
I've met with quite a lot of people. I've met with some hospitals, some officials, many local Libyans.
And tonight, I can report that we have stopped Gaddafi's deadly advance.
This is one bad guy, one really tough guy, and he's dead, and it's going to give the people of Libya for a first chance in 4 decades to actually put together their own government, and they have a little bit of freedom, a little bit of opportunity.
Libyans gathered in the Martyrs Square in the centre of the Libyan capital to celebrate this 10 years anniversary of the 17th of February revolution. And yet this is a bittersweet moment for many Libyans because the legacy of the past decade has been very difficult for a great deal of people here throughout the country.
A country that is effectively split in two rival governments, a lot of arms floating around in the country.
Libya was a disaster from the standpoint of the way it was handled. And right now, ISIS has their oil, John. ISIS is selling, and that's among the finest oil in the world. ISIS has taken over the Libyan oil.
Serving Zawiya, it's gone from handling 300,000 barrels of oil a day to zero. It's proving an effective weapon, leaving Libya's oil industry on the verge of collapse. Production has slumped from 1.3 million barrels a day to less than 70,000, and it's costing $77 million a day in lost revenue.
President Recep Tayyip Erdogan says that he will be sending troops to Libya after a request from the internationally recognized
Turkey
government.
is already militarily involved in Libya. We know that for a fact. They deployed
World
drones.
leaders gathered in Berlin over the weekend for a peace conference. They agreed to stop interfering in Libya and respect a UN weapons embargo.
African migrants.
These men are sold for 1,200 Libyan pounds, $400 apiece. You are watching an auction of human beings.
Take us home, want to go, no food, no water, nothing.
حاجة مكملة لحاجة اللي هذا يغني على ليلى زي ما نقولوا احنا الشعب هو الضحية احنا قعدنا يعني مجرد زي ما نقولوا الساحة تجارب وخلاص
قاتلت في جبهة زندان وفي جبهة بن وليد ضد قذافي. ناو كان في قذافي هنا في قاتل مع قذافي.
It was right to topple him. After, true that it is not a valley of honey.
You say it's not a valley of honey, but in fact 100 people have been killed since last Friday. There are kidnappings, there are militias roaming the place. There have been 3 prime ministers since March, and you're now suggesting supporting another uprising.
Probably failing to plan for the day after what I think was the right thing to do in intervening in Libya.
درمان مجانی، مسکن دولتی، نه فقط در آفریقا بلکه در بسیاری از کشورهای جهان سوم داشت، معادل خیلی از کشورهای اروپایی بودش.
I get you correctly, what you're saying is the overthrow of Gaddafi is the result has been the instability in northern Mali with Boko Haram. Is that the connection you're drawing?
There is connection. At the end of the day, all of us in Africa and all those who masterminded the way it happened will have to pay a price.
زنان ایرانی یک
crackdown in the Kurdish town of Mahabad. The town has seen intense anti-regime protests in recent days.